and family, loved ones, tribe members from here, there, everywhere, all over. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is kind of a surprise live stream. Initially, we were thinking when we recorded this video that it would probably just go out on Facebook because that's more of our local crowd, and we're going to be talking about something that's kind of local. But I actually think that the message overall is kind of a universal message. And so I think we will wind up putting it up on our YouTube page, even though this is a Facebook recording initially. We are talking today about massage therapy and what a great gift it is in our lives right now that this is the path that we've chosen. Many of you know already that Eben is going through a diagnostic process right now. They're pretty sure that he has early onset Parkinson's disease. We are processing that information rawly, which means there's a lot of emotions that are coming up. And it's still a diagnostic process. The diagnosis won't be official for just a little while yet. So there's some uncertainty. And it wasn't long before Eben's hernia surgery and then the appointment with his neurologist. It wasn't long before that he started working at the spa. And prior to that, he had been waiting tables, also doing massage work on the side, but doing both of those things. He hadn't fully stepped into massage as his primary full-time career yet, and he was waiting tables. And I think about if we had received the information that you most likely have Parkinson's while you were still waiting tables, what would that have felt like for you?
I have no idea. I know I was more concerned when I was waiting tables about the tremor, just because I didn't want to spill coffee on anyone.
Or anything on anyone.
I feel like I've stepped into my own healing self now.
Do you feel like it would have been more frightening for you to receive this information when you were waiting tables?
I don't think so.
Well, I think it would have been for me. I would have been much more afraid if he was doing a job where it would limit him as opposed to benefit him. With massage, people comment it's like a superpower, that it helps his massage. And so I think my fear just loving him would have been if he felt like it was negatively impacting his career. I'd be much more worried about him right now if he was a surgeon than that he's a massage therapist, because in one of those jobs it would basically be a career ender, where the other one, it's exactly what he'll make of it, whether that's good or bad. But
I think that I probably would have been inclined to jump quickly to a Western approach to try to treat the symptoms right away, where I think getting the information now, it's like, well, the symptoms aren't affecting my quality of massage or my quality of life yet, in my opinion. And so I think it opens other doors that with treatment that I probably wouldn't have even considered.
Just opens up to dynamic potential, for sure.
But a lot of people do comment on during the massage that the vibration, the tremor, I use it on purpose at times, and other times it just kind of shows up when it wants to.
Well, I've been receiving massage from him for a long time now, and I didn't realize until after maybe a month or two of doing it that I was actually replicating his vibration in my massages sometimes because it feels so amazing. So I think it's a superpower. I do know that the fact that we're massage therapists didn't just make it so that this wasn't scary news. It didn't take away the newness and the uncertainty, but it's nowhere near as devastating as it maybe would have been with some other potential jobs. Not to say that those wouldn't have been awesome too. We just feel very blessed that it's a job that it's not going to negatively impact at least for quite some time, and that if anything, it seems to give him an edge. So I love the shake. It's, for me, it's part of him. I feel like any hand that's lucky enough to shake this hand is getting just, it's almost like he has so much love to share that it just comes like shaking out of him. So to me, it is definitely a superpower. But I don't just want to talk about massage as a gift. I want to talk about the places that we work. We have 3 different ways that we bring our expression into the world. We work for a chiropractor together. We also work for a spa in Bountiful together, Sego Lily Spa. And then we do our own private.
And the chiropractor is Wasatch Chiropractic.
Oh yes, Wasatch
Cottonwood Heights.
And we're not nearly as obsessed with each other as that probably sounds. We have an 8-year-old son, and because of the fact that we work at these places together, it allows us the ability, well, we have 2 other teenagers, but as far as one that still needs babysitting, these jobs afford us the ability that when one of us is there, the other person can be home with Lucas, and vice versa. We have 1 shift every other week that we'll be working together where we can do couples massage or forehand massage at one of these locations. And then, of course, when we're doing private personal clients, we can work together too. But when we're actually at these 2 different locations, the spa and the chiropractic office, most often we are countering each other on our shifts.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk first about the chiropractic office. I'd like you to talk a little bit about why you love it so much, and then I would like to talk about why I love it so much.
I think just the space and the vibration that the doctor and his wife bring to the table is just unmatched. They've really created a space and a vibration in their home office that brings about healing just being there.
Amen.
That's what I love most about Wasatch Chiropractic.
You could literally just be sitting in a chair there and the healing has already started.
Mm-hmm. How about you? What do you think about Wasatch Chiropractic?
Personally, I've worked for a couple different chiropractors before, and not in any way to belittle them. They're not even in the same ballpark as Shawn. Shawn has an incredible knack for understanding the mechanics behind the human form, the actual anatomy, but he has not limited himself by closing off to the energetic side of things too. So he's got this beautiful, almost Western style understanding, but also this beautiful Eastern understanding. And between the 2 of them, he's got a marriage that I didn't even really know exists in one chiropractor. So in that way, he really stands out. But then he's got his wife, who's like the glue that holds this place together. It's almost like she's in 2 places at once sometimes. And that's just in how they care for people, professionally, which is personal care. But the way they care for us personally is so amazing to me. They're 2 of our closest friends now. They've become the people we look so forward to seeing each week that it almost feels like we shouldn't accept pay there. Because it's just, we feel grateful to be able to go there. And I will say, if you are looking for a chiropractor and you are anywhere in the greater Salt Lake Valley, it is worth going to Shawn and T. It is worth going to Wasatch Chiropractic, because that is where you're going to get the greatest amount of healing in each visit, I believe, personally. So spot number 1, if you're looking for a chiropractor, Wasatch Chiropractic is definitely the place to go. Now let's talk about Sego Lily Day Spa in Bountiful.
Sego Lily Day Spa, the retreat aspect, the escape from your daily grind, the relaxation, the connection back to yourself in that indulgent, almost decadent self-care way is really unmatched anywhere that I've found. And the employees, the family that we get to work with feels like family, and the Elisa, the general manager, really takes it to heart and treats everyone like family and makes it feel warm and welcoming. And I mean, all these places we really can't call work.
I know, right?
We call it play. You know,
it's literally written on our calendar as playtime. So we don't feel like we're working a day in our life at these spots. And right. I will say, for me, the spa, you know, any job, spas included, you'll find some spas that are one way, some spas that are another way, and I think it's not necessarily difficult to find a certain competitive vibe in this world. And that's not something I've felt at all as we've been embraced at Sego Lily. Just supported, and how can we help? How can we show up for you? What do you need? And in doing that, it's made us want to show up and say, what can we do? What do you need? How can we show up for you? It just creates this unbelievably selfless vibration that is the behind the scenes equation. And I know that if I was able to be a fly on the wall and go, you know, spy on any spa that I could go to before I could go, I wouldn't just want to go to the spa that provided the most luxury. I would also want to go to the one that cared the most, genuinely cared the most, not just able to put on an act when they come to pick me up from the meditation room and put on a pretend smile or something, but someone that genuinely, truly, from the bottom of their heart cares, and they want you to leave feeling like you're walking on air, like you're walking on sunshine, like you are every bit as worthy of feeling that good as you actually are. And I can personally attest to the fact that that is how it is behind the scenes here. It is family, and there's no better way to be cared for that I can think of. So this, you know, obviously we'd love for you to come make an appointment at Sego Lily to see him or to see me, but there's not a single person you could be cared for there that we haven't personally felt cared for by.
Mm-hmm. Truly blessed in all ways to know these people and to have been guided divinely to these positions. They're just unbelievably magical.
Right? Were you excited to go back to work after your hernia surgery?
Oh, super excited. It was wonderful to be able to do massage and not feel the discomfort from the hernia. It allowed me to drop back into what I know the most. So
it was great to have him come home and say, Anna, it's the first time I've worked there yet without hernia pain. That was wonderful. Mm-hmm. The last thing that we're going to take a few minutes to talk about, we've not really spent almost any time talking about publicly yet, which is what we do personally in our own private time and what we're creating. The Garden Within, which is this like page that we created on Facebook, is actually the name of the business that we plan on cultivating, which will incorporate death doula work, birth doula work, and all of the nurturing that come between those two grand transitions. The cultivation of your inner garden, of our inner garden, of my inner garden. And so our primary work will always be massage. Even if we're working with beginning of life or end of life care, it'll all come back to massage in some way, shape, or form, because that really is our passion. And we've created something together that we're really extremely proud of. It's beautiful, it's kind of poetic, and I'd like Eben actually to explain first what we created.
Well, we've created a process, per se, of forehand massage where it's more of a dance between the masculine and the feminine instead of a...
I just want to say real quick, forehand massage, what he said is, 1 second, Lukey, forehand massage is what it sounds like. his hands and my hands all massaging one person at the same time. Sorry, our 8-year-old just came and knocked on the door. So, sorry. Sometimes people think we said forehead massage, or like they don't understand what a forearm is, a forehand. And it's like, no, we're talking about literally 4 hands. So.
Can't remember where it was.
You were saying it was a dance. Sorry.
It's just a dance between the masculine and feminine energies, with the magnetism of the feminine energy kind of leading the way as the energetic, electric energy of the masculine follows. It's very healing. You're able to accomplish twice as much, maybe even more, just because it allows the body to really fully surrender into the healing touch.
Right. This is something we're really proud of, because while forehand massage in and of itself is not brand new, most forehand massage we've seen would take place between 2 people who have roughly the same body type or build, and Eben and I obviously are not that. He's got almost a foot on me, and he's got chisels while I've got, fine point tools. And so we've had the pleasure and the creative experience of being able to really create something from scratch that we had never seen before, and we are very proud of it. It's something that's very beautiful. We're also, in addition to doing the forehand massage, we're more than happy to do couples massage or individual massage. We are happy to do family and friends, and one of the big benefits is that we will come to you and do this in the comfort of your own home. So while he touched on the fact that there's a huge benefit to going to a spa and like stepping out of your norm and really kind of immersing yourself in the luxurious experience, there's also a benefit to being able to do it in the comfort of your own home. And get off the table and go take a nap if you want, or go do whatever you want, but be in the comfort of your own home. And certain things that we can do in terms of ritual work or ceremonial work, different smoke baths or different crystal healings and things that might be a little bit easier for us to do when we come to a person as opposed to doing it at one of those other locations. Last thing I just want to say is thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to our jobs. Thank you to Eben.
Thank you.
Thank you for being so brave.
Thank you, Sophia.
To inspire me. Thank you.